Hi everybody. So today I'd like to talk a little bit about how to deal with this entire situation. Okay, so if you're having a really difficult time right now, don't freak out. Don't stress, don't panic. And if you really have to, that's okay too. Take a pillow, take a really good scream into that pillow, and then go in your karate stance and then shake that body. Just go like this, get all that energy out, jump, scream, do whatever you have to do, get rid of that energy. Go with some incense around and open your windows, let the fresh air in, close your eyes for a moment, cry if you have to, whatever, release. Don't hold any emotion stuck in your body. Dance, put on some music, move that body, just get this energy out. Okay, so once you've done that and you're back to a place of calm and clarity, then hear me out. So I feel that our level of success is going to be determined in this whole situation by our ability to adapt. The better we are able to adapt to the situation, I feel the more our chances are to be more successful, in the situation, or to thrive, or to cope, or to manage at least, So the more we are flexible and adaptable, and we can just, find the creativity as we go along and adapt ourselves, adapt our services, our products, the way we work with people, the more we can be of service in this circumstance, the better it's gonna show up in our environment, So perhaps if we are an entrepreneur, we can start looking into solutions. Perhaps we can adapt our service in a way that it is better functions in current circumstance. Maybe we can change your service in a way that is much better serving people right now. And the same goes for if we have products, we can change the product, perhaps adjust it a little bit, and then it can serve in a better way in our current circumstance. If we are working for a company, we can come up perhaps with some suggestions or solutions also to adapt the service that we provide as a company, or the product, can be perhaps offered in a different way. Perhaps we change to a different target group of people. There are so many things that we can adapt to this current circumstance, of whether I'm an entrepreneur and have my own product or service, and whatever specific niche I'm in, I can look for ways around all of the product or the service, or even the service, and be having that in a better way fit this moment better than before. Okay, because things have changed, so we change along with the circumstance. And again, if I'm working for a company, then I can always make those suggestions to my colleagues, to my boss, and just within myself look at how can I be of better service to my colleagues and my boss and the company. What can I do now that's adding value to this new situation? How can I adapt myself to this new situation so everybody can benefit more from that? And so we tap into that resourcefulness and creativity. And if I have not the luxury of either of those things, if I don't have my own company, if I don't have the luxury of a job, then perhaps this is the perfect moment, or the right moment, to start looking within those entrepreneur skills I have inside of me. We all have them, and maybe this situation is pushing you to do the thing that you always wanted to do, but you were too scared to take that step. Now you have perhaps nothing to lose, so why not go for it now? Just start small, start little, start thinking creatively, with the resources that you have, no matter how small it is, how little it is. Just take one first step. Start thinking about certain actions that you can take in that direction. And if you have the luxury for internet, at least go on the internet, because there's so much stuff out there for free. There are so many advices, things that we can use, tools that we can use to our benefit for free. And there's even coaches like myself that are offering, their guidance and assistance for free. So just feel free to send me a message, for example. I'm more than happy to be of assistance. and to, wherever I can be of service and help you or assist you, it's my pleasure. And I know there are many of us out there that are offering this, or even for a very low fee. So, don't let that hold you back. Just get in those shoes and do it. What else you gotta do? What else you have to lose anyway? And again, no matter how tough things seem right now, there's always the choice still. You can still choose to look at the beautiful sky. It costs nothing. You still have perhaps eyes to see. You can see the flowers around you. You can open your windows and get some fresh air. You can still take a stroll to the supermarket, no matter if it's only for a piece of bread or butter or whatever. You still have perhaps that little bit that you can buy something. There's always something. You can still be grateful for that. Not compare yourself to other people. Don't look what other people have and what you don't have. Don't keep looking at what's missing. Don't keep looking at what's lacking, because that's only going to amplify more of that. Don't keep your focus on the financial debt. Keep focus on wealth. What you focus on grows. What you focus on amplifies. Energy flows where attention goes. So put it on the other end of the stick. Perhaps you say, yeah, it's easy for you to talk. I've been there. It doesn't work. I tell you, you get more of that. Once you start going into this, once you focus on financial debt, that's what you get more of. The hole only gets bigger and deeper. Don't go there. If you have it, that's okay. Don't panic. Just start focusing on wealth and how to create that. Keep your eyes on that while you work out your situation. No, everybody's going to be so much more coulant, as they say. What's the word in English? We're all in this situation together. So the banks, everybody's going to be more soft on your situation as well. And you just have to rely a little bit on that, So don't worry, it's going to be all right. Things will work themselves out. Just trust that, believe that. You want to believe that. You need to. You have no choice. Well, you have a choice. Again, you can go that way or you can go this way. This way is much more fun, I promise you. It might still not be easy. It might still not be great at first. But if you start focusing on that, it will start to get greater and start to grow. It's like a plant. You give it water bit by bit, it starts to grow. So you can do it. You have hopefully the eyes to look at the beautiful sky, to see the beautiful flowers, to enjoy your rickety rack sofa, or it doesn't matter, to have a piece of bread and still enjoy that on your palate and take those tastes in. No matter what it is, if one thing we've learned out of the situation is that we need much less than we all thought. We really don't need all that much to be happy. We can be happy with little. And whether it's the sun shining out there or just the raindrops falling on your head or in the balcony, the sound, you can find the joy in that as well. We can find joy in everything around us, or we can find the misery. It's also there, but which one are you going to feed? Which one are you going to choose? It's like the story of the wolves, which wolf are you going to feed? The one that's the fearful one or the courageous one, So it's again coming back to Viktor Frankl in the concentration camp with the book that he wrote. He chose the little things. That is so much worse than we are. He didn't have the choice of almost anything other than his mind. He used his mind because nobody could, force him. That was his choice. He used his mind to choose to look for the good in everything, even though he was in those circumstances. And not only did he survive, he thrived because he wrote a bestseller about his experience and has done really well for himself. Whereas there are other people who have not had the ability or did not make that choice, they make the other choice and look what they ended. So again, I'm not saying it's easy, but you do have that choice no matter where you are, So which wolf pack are you going to be part of? The one that feeds the fear and the devastation, or the one that is feeding the courage and the strength and the stamina? And there you go. Okay. I hope this is of help to you. And I don't, again, with no intentions do I want to make anybody mock anybody or make any situation less easy than it is. I feel for everybody who's going through any hardship right now, and I just wish, you know, that things would be easier, but I feel that this might help. So if you have any questions, if you have any doubts or whatever you need, just send me a message and perhaps I can be of assistance. All right, I'm sending you much love. If you like this video, your like is much appreciated, as is your subscribe. And be good, be great, and shine like a star. Bye, guys. And remember this. When you're starting to feeling like depressed because you have to cut back and, you know, do it a little less than than you would be able to before, just contemplate the idea that there are people out there that have been doing with a whole lot less for their entire lives, you know, a whole lot less than you might have, even though you think it's still a little. People have survived and coped with way much less, and they are fine. So you will be fine too, and you have perhaps more skills and more freedom later on, you know, more possibilities and opportunities to come back to where you once were, or to even be better, you know. So do not panic, stay calm. I know it's not easy, but you can get through this. All right, just keep the faith. Bye.
A photograph in which we were in love, caught in your eyes, waiting for the sunrise.